All right, guys, Wes here. Welcome back to the channel. And just when you thought the dream of new God of War Ragnarok content was dead, Santa Monica Studios comes in clutch and has announced a free DLC called God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. It's releasing on December 12th for free. In today's video, we're going to talk about everything that you should know about the upcoming God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC. We knew that Kratos' journey was not over just yet. That was heavily implied during the God of War Ragnarok story, specifically after you beat the main story. He told Freya that there was much work needed to be done. Well, it sounds like that work is going to be done in Valhalla, which is really exciting. Like, the story implications are absolutely unreal, and the fact that we're getting it all for free is absolutely wild. Also, real quick, guys, I'm giving away a PlayStation 5 to one lucky subscriber. To enter, it's super easy. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, comment your Twitter handle, tweet me proof that you're subscribed. I'll be announcing the winner once we hit 150,000 subscribers, and I've got the full details in the pinned comment, as well as bonus entries. We have a lot to go over, so check the video chapters to optimize your viewing experience, and without further delay, let's get started. So before I talk about story speculation as well as details that I noticed in the trailer, let's first talk about some news that we got from the Santa Monica Studio lead community manager regarding the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC over on the PlayStation blog. So the headline says God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC revealed coming December 12th. It continues by saying the free content features an unraveling and replayable adventure with unique twists inspired by the roguelite genre. As of November 19th, God of War Ragnarok has sold through more than 15 million units worldwide across PS4 and PS5. To show our appreciation for the incredible support and love you've given the game since its release last year, our team has been working on a surprise for the God of War community. As fans of our fans, we're thrilled to announce that on December 12th, we'll be releasing a free DLC as a gift to our players, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. So one of the theories that a lot of people were expecting was that the new DLC would be focused on Atreus. There's also been some rumors that Atreus will get a half sequel. However, this news right here is completely different. So just when we thought we could try to predict what Santa Monica Studio was doing, they just go ahead and flip it up on its head and send us to Valhalla, literally. The next part of the blog says Journey to Valhalla in God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. It will be an epilogue to the events of God of War Ragnarok that follows Kratos on a deeply personal and reflective journey. Set after the decisive battle against Odin and Atreus' departure, Kratos has seen a path for himself that he never thought possible before. Brought to the mysterious shores of Valhalla, accompanied only by Mimir, Kratos will enter its unknown depths to overcome trials within himself and face echoes of his past. Is that one of the reasons that the Greek theme was playing, and the fact that there's a Cyclops? There is going to be a ton of other echoes of his past that we're going to be facing, especially considering this is roguelite, so I'm sure one of the components will be an ever-changing Valhalla, where we have to continuously adapt and overcome from the challenges. I don't know about you guys, but this Valhalla DLC is giving me Hades vibes, where you essentially go through randomly generated rooms, killing enemies in an attempt to escape the underworld. I've got a feeling Valhalla is going to be very similar to that, which has infinite possibilities in terms of replayability. Now, speaking of combat and the overall gameplay of the new Valhalla DLC, the blog says this: combat reimagined. The team here at Santa Monica Studio challenged ourselves to make something different from anything we have done before in God of War history. God of War Ragnarok celebrates the combat you know and love from God of War Ragnarok and blends it with fresh and experimental elements inspired by the roguelite genre. They said each attempt in Valhalla will encourage you to master different aspects of Kratos' arsenal as you face new combinations of enemies and surprises along the way. So as with Hades, as well as a bunch of other roguelike games, you're going to be facing randomly generated sets of enemies with, I'm sure, multiple bosses along the way. Now, they also said fight, learn, and grow. In Valhalla, defeat and combat is not the end of a warrior spirit. If Kratos falls, he will reawaken outside the doors, ready for the next try. Now, during each attempt, you will learn and adapt to the challenges Valhalla has to offer. The more you overcome, the more resources you'll gain that can be put towards permanent upgrades that affect both Kratos and even Valhalla itself. Accumulating rewards and knowledge during your attempts will help you get even closer to discovering the mysteries that await Kratos within. The vibe that I'm getting from Valhalla is almost like a master trial situation for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where if you've ever played that, you've got certain rooms you face with varied enemies, and then as you progress, you hit different checkpoints where you can kind of collect your thoughts and just get your kit ready to face a new challenge that awaits. Now let's talk about the overall gameplay of this new Valhalla DLC. They said this in the blog post: master Valhalla, master thyself. The shore of Valhalla humbles all those who wish to enter. Kratos must cast off his armor and equipment and instead build towards both per attempt and permanent rewards. So it sounds like as soon as you enter Valhalla, you've got nothing on you, just like in the master trials, and as you progress, you'll get different armor, different weapons that will help you during your journey. They then said that Kratos will have access to all of his weapons and fully upgraded skill trees at all times, but he must commit to a shield and a path of Spartan rage for each attempt. As you overcome the Trials of Valhalla and explore its depths, you will make choices between temporary glyphs, for which stat to upgrade, which perks to select, and which runic attacks to wield, and more. Each attempt can play out differently based on the rewards you choose, so keep your strategy in mind when making selections. Wise preparation, adaptability to the challenge at hand, and command your abilities will be the key to mastery. They then said play in style. Armor in Valhalla is for appearances only, so don't hold back when customizing for style. Unlock different looks, then mix and match your favorites between your attempts to get Kratos looking fighting fit for all of your photo mode needs. They continue by saying choose your challenge. God of War Ragnarok challenge has 5 difficulty settings that have been specially crafted and tuned to the equipped gameplay of the DLC. Each difficulty setting increases the rewards you'll gain from battle, and you're able to swap freely among them between attempts, including to and from the highest difficulty settings, Show Me Mastery. They then said as your skill grows, we encourage you to try out some of the higher difficulty to earn more rewards and test out your mastery over Kratos' arsenal. Between the 5 options, you'll be able to select the level of challenge that is most fun for you. They said to help customize your gameplay experience, the DLC will continue Ragnarok's standard for accessibility settings. They continue by saying play at any time. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is a separate experience from God of War Ragnarok, so you don't have to worry about going on without certain upgrades, equipment, or story progress. If you think the DLC sounds fun, you could jump in at any time. However, if you're concerned about narrative or gameplay spoilers, we recommend that you do finish God of War Ragnarok first, as Valhalla serves as an epilogue to the story of the base game, which I'll be talking about the story implications in just a bit, so stay tuned for that. The blog continues by saying a gift to fans: if you own God of War Ragnarok, you'll be able to download God of War Ragnarok Valhalla for free on December 12th at the PlayStation Store. And in closing, they said, on behalf of everyone at Santa Monica Studio, we want to wish everyone a happy holiday and extend our heartfelt gratefulness for the incredible support you've shown us over the past year. We truly are fans of our fans, and we hope you enjoy God of War Ragnarok Valhalla when it comes out next week. So I would say the first big elephant in the room whenever it comes to the story, or rather I guess we'll say big cyclops in the room, is how does Kratos get to Valhalla? Unless I played a different God of War Ragnarok game, Kratos didn't die at the end of that, so how did he enter Valhalla without dying? Does the epilogue start with Kratos dying, or perhaps he enters another way? That is the biggest question that I'm wondering, but luckily it's going to be something that we learned very early on, as the DLC is called Valhalla at the end of the day. The next thing I'd like to point out is look at this scene right here. It's got a cyclops in there, not to mention the Greek theme was playing in the trailer, so it sounds like in this shot right here, Kratos is either in Greece or Valhalla is depicting Greece, as that was one of his echoes of his past, which that line is very curious. If we're talking echoes of the past, are we talking about the 2018 game? Are we talking about events of God of War Ragnarok? Or like we see right here with the Cyclops, could we visit echoes of Kratos' past throughout his entire history? If that's the case, the implications of this DLC are going to be absolutely wild whenever it comes to the story. That could also be one of the reasons why Tyr was doing different poses. Maybe these poses were actually hinting towards different locations that Kratos will visit during this Valhalla DLC. Now, another thing that I want to point out is obviously Kratos survived at the end of God of War Ragnarok, despite the prophecy in God of War that said that he would die. Well, with Kratos in Valhalla, that prophecy could be fulfilled because, well, one of the ways to get to Valhalla is by dying. Now, if Kratos didn't die and was able to be teleported or like transported to Valhalla, what is the reasoning for that? Why is he in Valhalla? Well, he's got some homies that ended up dying in the main game, one of them being Brock, which we learned after the events of God of War Ragnarok that he's not able to be brought back to life because there is a part of his soul that is missing. This is obviously another reason that Sindri is so upset at Atreus, and that's because of the shenanigans that went down leading to Brock's death. So did Kratos sacrifice himself and bring Mimir with him in an attempt to bring Brock back to life, possibly Thor? Now, another thing that I have to bring up is the whole situation behind Athena. We know Athena is dead. We don't know what has become of her. We know she's not alive, but could she show up in this Valhalla DLC? She was definitely an echo of Kratos' past, and the fact that we heard the Greek theme with a Cyclops in a room that had Greek text tells me that there's a bunch of shenanigans that are about to go down. Could this DLC provide closure for all of the questions that we've been asking? Will we get a hint or a teaser for God of War 6? I don't know, but I'm really hoping. But either way, I cannot wait to play on December 12th. Let me know if you guys plan on downloading it and playing it. I am excited for it. I'll likely be streaming on YouTube as soon as it drops. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. Thanks for watching. This has been Wes. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on. Be sure to enter the PS5 giveaway once I hit 150k subs. And until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.